Good afternoon. This is Barbara, the East Coast Dragon Lady, coming to you on a Sunday here on the East Coast of the United States. We've got rain. It's not cold enough to snow, so we've got rain today. I'm coming to you with my weekly message. And first of all, I want to say that I am blown away by last week. Over nearly 400 people watched my last video. So I want to say thank you for that. That was a huge jump from my normal 15, 20. So thank you, thank you, thank you. As you know, it's always just a nice compliment when people actually have watched something that you put out there. So I'm not quite sure what I said that spoke to people, but thank you. And if you shared my website and you shared that I do this once a week, thank you as well. I also want to, again, put a plug in for the chapter in the book that I am going to be publishing, which will launch on December 12th, which is called Transformational Triumphs. There's 16 authors, some new authors like me. So if you're interested and would like a copy of that, it's $22. If I ship it to you within the United States, I will pay the shipping, and it's just $22. So please go to my website at eastcoastdragonlady.com, and there's a button to press which will send me a message, and I will sign you up for the pre-sales. After the 12th, I will be charging shipping, which would be about $5. So if you want something that I hope will get to you by Christmas, as I've said before, we're being published or launched on the 12th, and depending on, the mailing system, which gets all clogged up, I am going to do the best I can to get you the copies to you. We as authors are given, or we've paid for, 50 copies. So it would be great if I could spread those out to all of you. There are some beautiful messages in the different chapters. And of course, mine talks about Merlin and the dragons. So if it's something that you think you'd be interested in, please just hop over onto my website. So thank you. So I'm going to do something a bit different. For some reason, I'm not sure why, I was drawn to unicorns. I know nothing about unicorns. I saw that Diana Cooper was doing an hour masterclass on unicorns. So I also got her, actually when was it published? It was 2008. But this, I guess, was one of her first decks, unicorns. So I did buy that along with all my decks that I have. But I wanted to start using some of the energy. So I'm going to read to you what Diana Cooper says about unicorns. But I also want to share that, as you know, I pick this week, I picked from the Divine Masters Oracle Guide deck, by the new one by Kyle Gray. And the card that came out for the theme for the week, and this is how you say his name, Dwal Kul. He's a Tibetan monk. Enlighten action, make choice from the heart. So I think that especially this time of year, using choices from our heart, and I always do that anyway, but I think to be reminded about that. So let me give you his message, and then I'll go on to talk about the unicorns. And I'm actually going to be pulling a unicorn card each day, starting on Monday, and doing a channeled message. It may be from them, it may be from the guardians of the solar system that are the dragons that I'm working with right now. I'm not sure who will bring that through, so we'll see on Monday. So let me just tell you what the message is. I thought this was pretty neat. The message is, with this card, you are being guided to know that your current situation is an opportunity to evolve as a spiritual being having a human experience. Think beyond your current needs and try to see the bigger picture. Be compassionate in your choices and action, and be open to seeing the other person's point of view. Let go of any selfish desires or needs that may not serve you in the long run, for this will help you take enlightened steps forward. This is a divine mission in your current circumstance. Your spiritual guides are around you at this time and encouraging you to see how far you have come. See that for yourself and understand that you've evolved. You have all it takes to move on and move up. Let go of any fears of loss or limitation. This is just your ego testing your ability to transcend fear. Let your heart lead the way always. So I'm going to say that has been my challenge this year, was transcending fear and stepping into my power. And I think I'm not saying I've mastered it, but I've certainly stepped into my power, certainly towards the end of this year, probably the last few months. And as you know, the universe will always check in and challenge us to make sure that we have done that work. And it doesn't always make you popular. And people don't always see all that has happened before. They just see you in the moment. But it is something, I think, especially as women, that we need to stand in our power. And as I've told you, I've had a few challenges around that. And every now and again, the universe will throw it up just to check that we're doing our work right. So that's going to be our guide for this week, a divine mission. I like that. So let's go on to talk about unicorns. Some of you, I may be telling you already, but even though the dragons have touched my life, the unicorns have not. So this is sort of, and I like, now I understand them a bit better. I didn't even know they were white horses. So that's how little I know. So this is what Diana Cooper said back in 2008. Unicorns remind us of who we truly are. While angels work through the heart, unicorns work with the soul. The horn can be likened to a magic wand, pouring out divine energy. Wherever they direct this light, healing takes place. This is not just physical and emotional healing, but also soul healing. They dissolve and heal the deepest, most profound wounds of the soul, which may have plagued you for many lifetimes. That would be me. If you are ready, the unicorns can help you clear all karma, whether personal, family, or country related. You must call on them to help. The great ascended horse looks for those who radiate the light and have a vision beyond their little selves. They seek people who aspire to help others and to change the world for better, even if it's just their small corner of it. They help you hold your vision and give you, because there's another page there. They help you hold your vision and give you courage and faith to continue in the face of challenges and opportunities. Wow, didn't I just say that's what's been happening to me? They strengthen and steady you so that you have the dignity and charisma to fight for what you believe is right. Unicorns grant wishes. Wow, I've got goosebumps on that one. One of the greatest gifts you can have in this life is to connect with your magnificent unicorn. Unicorns express and always speak of divine love. Wow. So it does. I always say that I don't know when I'm guided to pick these cards, but the fact that I was guided to this card today, and that's exactly what unicorns are there to help us. So no coincidences. So I've actually picked 6, I believe, 6, and I'll tell you what they are. I think they'll be in this order: soul purpose. Act on your soul purpose today. And then the silence. Be still, for all the answers lie in the silence. I've also talked about that being quiet and listening for messages. The rainbow. There is a rainbow beyond the clouds. Seeking God. Look for good in your current situation. Or seeking good. Sorry, I can't read. Seeking good. Look for the good in your current situation. I probably need that every day. Service. Service with an open heart is a key to satisfaction. So yes, we all know that when we give of ourselves, it serves with an open heart is a key to satisfaction. That's probably why we're all doing this work. And surprise. Look for the unexpected today. So there we go. So this is the first week in December. And I'll probably say this next year as well. But I just cannot believe that this year has gone by as fast. And I'm sure this month will go as fast as the last month did. So I'm sure a lot of people are getting excited about Christmas. I do want to remind all of you that this is a time for some people, or lots of people like me, that it isn't always that exciting for the holidays. I don't have young kids anymore, and I don't have grandchildren, so it's I don't see that joy of Christmas morning, which I used to love, but the kids being so excited and then trying to figure out how he got all those gifts in. My kids used to come up with some. We moved to the United States when my boys were 4 and 6, and I remember and we moved in September. And when it came to Christmas, they were really worried that Santa may not have got the message that we'd moved. So we had to reassure them that, in fact, he had got the message. And we actually had an open fireplace in the house that we were living in. So we were like, look, there's even a chimney here. Actually, there was one, I just remembered, in my house in England as well. We actually didn't have a real fire, but we did have a chimney in our house in England. But when we came here, we were like, look, it's a chimney, it's open. Santa's going to find us, he won't forget. And then my older son, who was just 2 years older than his brother, figured out that Santa didn't exist, and I had to bribe him for a year or two for him not to tell his brother, because his brother still truly believed that there was a Santa. So that became an interesting year or two where the older one was like, don't tell him because he doesn't know yet. So but yeah, it was good for him because he was always good at that. So it is a beautiful time of year. I do like it when it snows. I like it when it snows enough that I don't have to go to work as well. But I'm sure that is going to happen, certainly here in the Northeast. So in all that excitement as well, let's not forget those that do not have homes, those that don't have families, those that don't have gifts. And if you can, give to those that need it. I'm sure I always feel this time of year, particularly, I don't know why it's this time of year. I think because of the cold here in the Northeast, I always think more about those that don't have homes. And some of them that are homeless have been homeless for many years. And sometimes it's their lifestyle. I live pretty close to Boston, and a lot of those older folks, it has to be really, really cold before they go to a shelter. So, again, I want to thank all of you that have been following me. If you are not on my private Facebook group, go to my website and click the Facebook and it'll take you there. If you want to join, let me know. That's where I post all my daily messages. Also on YouTube, I have been posting in community the cards that I pull each day. So if you want to follow there, that's great. I do post this to YouTube, and I post it on my Facebook page. I'm sure you're going to see me a bit more frequently in the next week or two because my book will launch. And I'm hoping that I sell more copies. So I hope you have a good rest of Sunday and the lead up to Christmas. Good luck going out in all those crowds. So I will be back next week, but I'll catch you on my Facebook page.